Mr. Wayne Hills.
So,
salute to you, sir.
All right. So where do you want to get started?
We could just talk a little bit about his book signing.
Okay.
We went to the book signing. It was yesterday. We had a great time. It was informative. It was like a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we talked to him about his inspiration, how he got into journalism, where he's from, all of those good things, and how he got to where he is now. So if you missed out on that book signing, you missed a treat. But yeah, we had a great time.
It was exceptional.
Yes.
Shout out to Candice.
Yes.
Let me make sure I get all of her name correct. Candice Robin Davis of Unfurl Digital Marketing.
Yeah.
You can find her on social media. She did an excellent job curating this event.
She did.
You walked in, the atmosphere was great. The setup was great. There was additional authors there as well to showcase, and they got an opportunity to tell us a little bit about themselves, about their books, and then ask Mr. Wayne Hill's question or what have you.
Yeah.
And he was very candid.
He was.
What was your takeaway from one of the questions he answered or something he shared?
Oh man, when he talked about he lives by the 4 bones, that was mind blowing for me.
Okay.
The 4 bones. He said you need a wishbone.
Oh.
You know, because sometimes you gotta wish things that'll happen.
Okay.
He said you need a funny bone because you know you gotta keep a sense of humor. He said you got a tailbone.
Yeah.
You got to get up off of it and make something happen. And what was the other one? I cannot remember the other one.
That's
but it was
all I
4.
remember.
Yeah, it was 4 bones. But yeah, like I said, it was great and informative, and we had a good time.
Yeah, what I loved and what I took away from was his vast amount of experience.
Yeah.
He didn't start off in journalism, and he's traveled all over pretty much the world.
Yeah.
And then he landed here in Columbus, Georgia, and hit the ground running as a director of the
A.J. McClung YMCA.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
Who knew?
Right.
And then did some work with the Ledger as well as the Columbus Times.
Yeah.
And then decided to open his own newspaper and took it from there. Now, one of the things that I actually have too. The story he shared about the friend that was helping him to do his newspaper, print his newspaper, and one day the friend was like, "Oh, my mom is not well. I'm not going to be able to make it," and so he had to figure it out. And he was like, it was from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m., but he got it done.
Yeah.
And then his friend was like, "Oh, you know, my mom was fine. Just wanted to give you that opportunity to have to do it and learn it yourself." So. We need friends like that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think you have to be dishonest, but it depends on what your courage can handle.
Listen.
But we need friends to give us that, that swift kick or that push every now and then to get us where we need to go.
Exactly.
And then when he said he was interning or he was working for the Columbus Times and he went in there, listen, my mouth just dropped wide open while they weren't there and made a list of all of the equipment, all the things they needed to make that newspaper work, and then went and purchased and, started his own business.
That's right. Listen, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yes. And oftentimes, if we're honest, life will set us up like that.
Yeah.
There's plenty of jobs and opportunities you've had, and it lends to your tool belt to help you be successful in whatever it is that you're supposed to show up and do on earth. So those were 2 things that I took away. But great job, Candice Robin Davis of Unfurl Digital Marketing.
Yeah.
Exceptional excellence. I'm just so proud of what she did there. And I mentioned her a while back on social media as it regards elections and campaigns and things of that nature.
Yeah.
Some of you all need to consider that as you move forward for running for campaigns and things of that nature. You can't do it all by yourself. You need a campaign manager, you need a strategist or consultant, and then you also need someone like Candice who can curate your events and make sure you're organized, because showing up with scratch paper and not having yourself together is just not it.
Right.
It shows what your leadership is about. It's unprepared and not ready and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And the last thing I want to say is that there were some other authors that were present. You want to start with this one?
Yeah. Shout out to Mr. Quinones. He was also present.
Yeah.
This is stepping into leadership. Listen, leadership is pivotal. It's pivotal, and everybody needs to read this book, or everybody needs to study leadership. You know what I mean? But yeah, he was there. and he got a chance to talk a little bit about his book and how he arrived at writing his book. So yeah, but stepping into leadership. Shout out to Mr. Jose Quinones and his wife. But yeah, great read. Please pick up your copy. Get in touch with him so you can get your copy if you don't have one.
Yeah, I think he's on Amazon, and you can check out his page as well. But we love our signed copy, and guess what? We've already started reading Mr. Quinones. So thank you very much for the book, and we look forward to finishing it and picking up the jewels that's in it.
Exactly.
In addition to Mr. Quinones, there was Lady Breeze.
Yes.
She's an author there.
Yep.
And as I say their names, you can find them on social media and get the names of their books or what have you. But Lady Breeze, and that's Lade and Breeze. Then there was also Taisha Bryant. Okay. And then there was also Dr. Christy Black Murrell. Murrell.
Yep.
And you can find all of those people on social media. And then it was hosted, or how would you say hosted?
Yeah.
By Mr. Oz.
Mr.
Would
Oz.
you call him the Godfather?
I call him the Godfather. Shout out to Oz. Yeah,
Yes.
he was the host. He did a great job as usual. So,
Very natural up there. Very awesome. I like what I saw up there. Like they might need to do some more of that. It was very nice.
Yeah, well, Mr. Wayne, he hosts a lot of stuff, so he has that naturally. And he's on the radio with Wake Up with Wayne in the morning time. So if you haven't caught his radio,
He had a lot of fans in there, honey.
He did.
A lot of fans. And people that say they follow him with the radio and all that stuff in the mornings. Yeah.
Yes.
And I see Mr. Quinones on here. How you doing, sir?